Good morning. These last 14 years have reminded me of a verse from the book of Matthew. It reads, "Therefore, stay awake, for you do not know on what day your Lord is coming." Although this verse literally means to be ready for Jesus' return, it has a double meaning for me. There have been countless nights video chatting with friends until 2 a.m. studying, as well as late nights out that created amazing high school memories. We have made the most of every moment as a class by living by the phrase, "sleep is for the weak." We have been through it all and without much sleep, to be honest. But we're here for one last time as a class, and we made it. When I was about 9 years old, my family was playing a dice game called Mentirosa. We started off about 12 people playing. Every round, the number of players got smaller and smaller. When it came down to my dad and I going head to head, he beat me and I got second place. He sarcastically apologized for beating me, and I responded with, "It's all right, I like silver more than gold anyways." When I first told my dad I was salutatorian, his first response was, "So second place again, huh? You must really like silver." I guess you can say I've gone full circle. I want to start by thanking my family for being the backbone in my success. I've truly been blessed to have you guys. I also want to specifically thank my brother for being my partner in crime and my math buddy for most of my high school career. Finally, I want to thank my parents, Anabelle and David Perez, for teaching me to balance schoolwork and having fun, for pushing me to always do my best in order to be okay with whatever my results are. And finally, for putting me at an unparalleled school like Westminster. Westminster has shown me that family is more than blood. Family is a group of people who choose to support you, make memories with you, and help you grow into who God wants you to be. From the second I walked onto the WCS campus at only 3 years old, I didn't want to leave. And to be honest, the thought of not spending between 7 to 12 hours a day, 5 days a week here next year is kind of intimidating. Westminster being a second home is something that is said way too often, but there's a reason for that. We have all made friends that are like brothers and sisters to us here. We've met teachers that care about us just as our parents do or more, and have taught us life lessons that have stuck with us more than some of the things our own parents have. I just wanted to briefly go through those lessons because I think as a class, we can apply these to our future. So, going back to my first teacher at Westminster, Mrs. Mirbot taught me that you can absorb so much in your younger years. In kindergarten, Mrs. Blum taught me that you can find treasures in simple little things. She has this little box of cute pens and erasers and toys that we could choose from on our birthday. She invited us to go back every year, and I remember taking advantage of that for probably way too long, but I was always welcome. It was my 6th grade year when I found myself running in the pouring rain back to the elementary campus that was under construction at the time and freaking out because I couldn't find her classroom to get my birthday gift. When I got there, we caught up with each other, and I realized that the gift wasn't just a pencil with a Scooby-Doo eraser on the back of it, but the moments that we shared together. In 1st grade, Mrs. Abby was the first to show me the value of music. I had just started playing piano, and I remember the day I told her about it. She was so excited for me. Since she was a pianist herself, we created a bond over that. She persuaded me to never let go of the love I would grow for music, and that has always stuck with me. In 2nd grade, Mrs. Forehand taught me that no matter how much time passes, you can always go back to your roots and learn more about where you came from. I am blessed to still be able to talk to her every week, even 10 years later. In 3rd and 5th grade, Mrs. Mines taught me that even if you've distanced yourself from someone, there are always people there that will have your back. In 6th grade, Mr. Heck was the first teacher that showed me that failing is okay because it leads to growth. He gave me the worst grade in my educational career, and I will always be thankful for that because it has only pushed me to work harder and smarter. Fast forwarding a bit to 8th grade, Mrs. Wright taught me to be myself and be proud of who I am, even if it isn't exactly who others might want me to be. In high school, there were teachers like Doc, who taught me that hard work pays off. I remember one time someone in class called her Mrs. Martinez, and she politely asked them to call her Doc. She worked hard for her doctorate degree, and she is proud of it. Her dedication and passion for what she does has always been an inspiration to me. Mr. Adrian Gordon. Although I've only had him for orchestra this year, he has taught me what hard work mixed with passion can result in. From having Haley and I practice every day after school to showing us videos of famous musicians on YouTube, Mr. Gordon has taught us that each and every one of us have potential if we just let ourselves see it. He has taught us to appreciate music for the complexity and harmony of the different parts working together as one. Last but definitely not least, Mr. Reed. Let me just say there's a reason his senior jersey says Dad on it. I think I speak for the whole class of 2019 when I say he has taught us all very valuable lessons. He has taught me that life is just as good as you let it be. Mr. Reed is definitely a glass half full kind of person, and he has made me one as well. More specifically, he encourages us to learn more about ourselves by giving us simple assignments such as having us describe ourselves in one word, ask ourselves what types of parents we'll be, or even create a bucket list of things to do for the remainder of our lives. He has helped us think about who we truly are and who we can be. Even so, he has taught us that there are always more questions to ask and answers to discover. These types of teachers that I've spoken about, I believe, are only found at Westminster, and I will forever be grateful for all of them and what they have taught me and my fellow classmates. In the future, when we meet for our reunion, I hope to see Darian on the grill, while Rafa shares the latest 2029 memes. I hope Tremaine freestyles and Boys Who Cry make it to the top 100. I hope Adrian and Gabby Hernandez can make it to the reunion between all their big-time gigs. I hope Elise brings her incomparably loud energy. I hope Will comes in a huge flying truck that Gabe and Sarah designed. But most of all, I hope that we can all look back at our high school years with bliss and reminiscence of the moments we shared. Right now, high school makes up about a fifth of our lives. Over time, that fraction will get smaller and smaller, but the memories we have won't get any less important. The friends we made, the homecoming dances we struggled through, the W's we hunted, the class trips we froze through, all of these moments can't be taken away from us. That said, life goes on. We will all go our separate ways, but we will always be a #family. We will always remember where, when, and how it all started as the Westminster Christian School class of 2019. Congratulations, guys.